Hello there everybody, today I'm going to be talking about My Hero Academia, yay! Because in the most recent manga chapter of My Hero Academia, so manga spoilers, obviously, every video has that, so, should I even say it by now? Yeah, manga spoilers. So, in the latest chapter, which I forgot the number of at this point, Destro, something, whatever his name is, he's been fighting Tomoe Shigaraki, and he has a powerful quirk called stress. Basically, the more stress he's under, the more powerful he gets. So he can build up his stress, use as a power source later on to enhance his physical abilities. And so he has different stages. He went from having a small bit of his stress is the power is represented by darkness. Basically, I don't even know how to describe it. It started off as these two. It looks like a mask at first around his eyes, and it covered a large bit, covered one side of his face, and both sides, and it gets powerful at every bit. And so, a lot of people, including me, thought that when he had it covering his whole face, thought that was his final form. And when he started fighting Shigaraki, he thought it was around that level, but he completely blew my expectations, because it turns out he wasn't even using 100% yet. He wasn't even using 80%, and now he boosted it up to 80% of his stored up stress. And the power was crazy. I mean, there's a special move called Stress Bomb. I mean, I don't know if that's the official name, because I don't know if that's. I haven't actually read the official translation, but yeah, I think it's called Stress Bomb. That at 80% of his power. And the thing is that it blew up a whole entire, destroyed the whole city, not the entire thing. So it was all All Might's tech to smash, and that got me thinking. This guy's 80% power was All Might's tech to smash, and so I thought to myself, then what percent of One For All is All Might using? Because a lot of people think that All Might is using 100%. It's been disproved in the manga, but what percent is All Might actually using? That's the thing. And so anyway, in this video I'm going to be talking about that exactly. What percent of One For All's power is All Might actually using throughout the series? So to start off with, I'm going to look at Deku first, because the highest percentage of power we've seen Deku use is 30%. In the My Hero Academia movie, the first one. Yeah, by the way, there's a second movie coming out, in case you didn't know. It looks cool. I forgot its name again. So yeah, Hero something. I don't even know. But yeah, Deku's highest percentage is 30%. Sorry, in My Hero Academia 2 Heroes, a movie 2 Heroes. So when he was using 30%, he was running with All Might, yeah. But the thing is, he was just as fast as All Might at 30%. And I think All Might was using 100% at that time, but I don't really know, because no one knows if All Might, innit? I mean, so Deku was at 30%. I was able to keep up with All Might, but All Might was a bit ahead. So at the lowest, I'd say that was 40%. I mean, there wasn't much of a difference in their speed, but All Might was ahead of him. So I'm just gonna put him at 40 to start off with. But then the thing is, another thing with Deku is that we've seen him use 20% of his power in the manga is enough to generate air pressure and stuff. So you've seen All Might do it. The Texture Smash used at the start of the series when he beat the Sludge Villain was very small. So I'll put that around 20%. So I'd like to say at the lowest he keeps his body around 40% for the indestructibility, the super speed and stuff. But his smashes at the moment of output, like you said with Deku puts out more power for the 20% smashes. But All Might uses less depending on what situation he is. So when he's fighting the Sludge Villain, that looks about equal to the amount of wind pressure that Deku was using when he used 20%. So I'll put that Texture Smash at 20%. However, when he's directly hitting a person, now in the USJ incident, because they were just normal people who was holding back, he did some pretty cool punches at a fast speed. However, they weren't that powerful. So I put those punches around 5%. It looks similar to when Deku hit Stain, but someone was it's All Might, so his 5% is probably higher than Deku's 5%, depending on how you want to think about how it works. So I don't even know. Yeah, I say All Might, lowest we've seen him use is 5% when he punches villains and stuff. Well, maybe a bit higher. Let's move up to 10%. Let's say that was, because probably higher than Deku's 8%. Because it was enough to knock out a villain if you had a muscle enhancement quirk to previous headgear. So I say it's around 10%. Those small punches he does 10% against minor villains. He raises it out to 20%. That's just for a normal punch, you might put out at 5%. For a really weak smash, like the Texture Smash in a contained area, you might put up to that 20% or something. Saying that, so sorry, let me go over this. The Missouri Smash he did, that was really small. probably around 20%. Same with a Texas Smash, so lowest use effort is 20% for those smashes. But even lower, I'm sure his smash probably around 10% too, because it didn't even generate any wind pressure at all. And so moving on from that, yeah, when he fought Deku and Bakugo, the thing is that he was using, I'm pretty sure he was using a lot of power there, so I'd say put him around 40% right now, but put him around 40 or 30% when he was during that fight, because he was able to hit me Bakugo in the head so hard that he destroyed a building. He wouldn't be using 100% because that would kill him, but he was using definitely higher than 20% because I don't think Deku could do that. Actually, Deku's 20% Manchester Smash was enough to obliterate the grounds, so All Might destroying a building with a kick, with a leg attack, so that could probably be around 20% he was using there. And he was destroying stuff, yeah, so I'd say All Might was using around 20, no, it's put up because it's All Might, so, oh yeah, because Bakugo's big explosion didn't do anything, so yeah, it's from up around 30 or 40% during the Deku versus Bakugo fight. With that big Texas Smash at the beginning, that's what got me thinking. That was equivalent to the smash that pretty much the same it looks as for Stress Bomb attack that Redestro did. So I put that around 80%. And All Might's big smashes that we've seen so far, like the Detroit Smash against a Sludge Villain, I put that changed the weather and stuff. I'd say they're all around 80% because that's what it looks like. I mean, yeah, 80%. Yeah, it's cool. Let's go with that. Because it's 100%, he doesn't use that, so yeah. Put those attacks around 80% of All Might's full power. His body, he usually sticks around 40, anywhere between 30 to 40%. For small attacks, 5 to 10%. And big smash attacks, around 80% so far. However, let's move on a bit. All Might versus All For One, his final fight, my favourite fight in the whole series. He used United States of Smash, and that was what we've seen. That was the biggest. I'd say that's 100% of One For All what we've seen of it so far. And so I put that attack around 100%, which is why I was that stronger. Even though it was kind of same, even though it was kind of the same as the Detroit Smash, because All Might put 100% into it, it was way stronger. And so United States of Smash around 100%. And we have seen All Might use 100% in his body. That was against the USJ Nomu. That's why Deku, he said he's gone 100%. He's gone beyond 100% of his power, but I'm sorry, it doesn't make sense. So on the Detroit Smash that Deku saw already, being 80%, and All Might then using 100% throughout his body when he fought Nomu, that would make sense. That's why Deku said it's more than 100% of his. He's using more than his full 100% of his power, because Deku had never even seen 100% of All Might's power before. So yeah, I say All Might versus Nomu. All Might was using about 100% in his body there. Against All For One, I'd say he's probably using more than 50% there. But I'm not really sure of this one. I mean, no, let's put around anywhere between probably higher than 40%. Actually, no, let's keep it around there still. That's what All Might usually uses. And those Detroit Smashes that he was doing, I probably put those around. Well, they weren't as strong as the one that changed the weather, I don't think, because it didn't generate a massive tornado. Oh no, that's because All For One was cancelling them out, so yeah. Put it around 80% as well, since they were able to cancel out All For One's city destroying attacks. So yeah. Both of those are All For One's air cannon and All Might. No, I'm not using percentages for All For One, but yeah. All Might's main smashes are around 80%, but go back to what's it called? All Might in his prime in Two Heroes. We saw him using around there, so not in his prime, but when he was younger, All Might was definitely using more than his current, what I say around 40%, because he can use more, as we know, when he fought Nomu, but he just keeps around 40% because he doesn't want to damage his body. And remember, this is all just my guessing here. None of this is actually accurate 100% confirmed stuff. But yeah, I'd say when All Might was younger, I'd just put him around 50 to 60% because he was clearly a bit stronger. And his smashes were probably still around 80% though. I mean, 90%? No, definitely not. So yeah, let's keep around that level too. So probably 50%, and his smashes still around 80%, I'd say. And yeah, that's probably. Oh yeah, at Two Heroes finally, when we saw All Might fighting Wolfram, in his body, I mean, it wasn't really on par with when he fought the USJ Nomu, because You've seen him use 100% in his legs, or well, you've seen him do lots more damage with his legs before, but yeah, forget it. He was using 100% in 2 heroes. Let's just go with that. I mean, he was moving like, speed and sound levels at least. Like, it was pretty strong there. So yeah, actually no, let me go back. So when he was in the USG fighting Nomu, his body limit was probably still around 40%, but he's just using 100% in his arms loads. But in 2 heroes, that's probably it was stated. So yeah, he's using 40% in his body against Nomu, but 100% in his arms against Nomu. And but when he fought Wolfram, that was just the full 100% in his arms and his body, because as All Might said, he can change percentages around. Like same with Deku. Like Deku keeps around 8% in his body, but when he needs to smash out 20%. So yeah, same thing with All Might. But in 2 heroes, that's the highest percentage we've probably seen him move. I mean, I've never seen him move that fast before. It was implied he was using 100% most of the time. So yeah. So yeah, basically that's what I think All Might's percentages are like. That's what I mean. Normally around 40%. Small minus attacks around 5 or 10%, 5 to 10%, and big smashes around 80%. And when he really needs it, he'll go 100%. And that's what I think All Might's percentages look like. However, in his prime, I think it would be like when he fought the USJ Nomu. Still around 40% in his body, but because he could spam 100%. But he was said to be, I mean, what's 300 divided by 5? I'm going with 60, can't do maths right now. So he was 60 times stronger at some point, because he said he could defeat Nomu in 5 hits. So I don't even want to begin to think about what that means. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching this video. Goodbye, and see you all later. Please subscribe, comment, like, and yeah, tell me what you think down in the comments, all that stuff. Goodbye.